Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Jellyfish and I hope you're doing well. You know me, I picked up another game on the store and this one's called Night Call and it's a noir type game that I think you're going to find quite interesting. So stick around and I hope you enjoy. Without any further ado folks, let's get into it. And Night Call, ladies and gentlemen. And we choose our investigation. The judge, victims have all something in common and the motives seem clear. But which suspect could have done it? Balanced case, perfect for a first run. Well, there we go. This is indeed the first run for Jellyfish here. Alright. Well, let's get into it. Money will be easy to get by. The way Night Call was designed. I think for the sake of the story, we might go with or just for the sake of the YouTube video here, we might go with the story mode. Even though I really want to do this, I have no idea what we're in for and don't want to get over my head quite yet. I mean, like, hey, we can always come back and visit some of these other stories too. I think that's going to be worthwhile. Especially if this turns out to be good. And a cinematic opening in the streets of Paris. Cinematic indeed. These are the average views of a Paris taxi driver, one would think. Yeah, I like this, putting me right in the perspective. There you go. Light the stoogie. Uh-oh. What do we have here? A grisling scene. That's a dude. Night Call. Pretty intense opening. Seems we came across some sort of grisly scene and got attacked as a result. Here. Sir, can you hear me? Or do I need to speak up? Yes, speak up. Is this okay with you? Is my voice loud enough? Louder? I can't hear anything. I don't know if there's supposed to be dialogue or not. Like audio dialogue. I guess. She takes a deep breath. Sir, you just spent 2 weeks in a coma. The word bounces around your head. You need a moment to understand its meaning. Coma. The word scratches along your throat. Yes, you were the victim of an assault. The word resonates in your head. Victim. You are aware of a serial killer is currently on the loose in Paris. You feel the contents of your stomach crawling up your throat. The judge, as the police call the killer, assaulted you. The bullet touched your liver and in most circumstances it certainly would have been fatal. We chose to put you in an induced. Her voice becomes more distant, fades. You taste bile at the back of your mouth. Your head is burning. You hear a whistle in one ear. Your fingers move to your wound. Underneath the bandages you can feel hard skin. It is incredibly painful. I'm sorry. Did they catch the judge? No, sir. No, they did not. That is up to us, I have a feeling. What about my passenger? What about the cops? What about my passenger? He was dead before you even got out of your cab. The doctor is silent for a second, a very awkward second. She hesitates. The police would like to see you as soon as possible to ask you some questions. Oh. After all, you're the only one who survived the judge. That's not good. He's definitely going to want to come back and finish the job. Noise in the hallway attracts your attention. You try to turn your head to no avail. You need to rest. She leaves the room. Her voice resonates in the hallway. I don't care he's the only witness. Another female voice joins in. A strong, authoritarian voice. You clearly make out what she's saying. A strange feeling washes over you. It's not pain, not fatigue. It's some odd combination of the two. Before being in this hospital room, you never realized that anger was made up of a combination of pain and exhaustion. Anger. A feeling you know all too well. Days go by, and a month later. Night 1. I believe we are back on the streets of Paris. And our boss has a bit of a problem. A real problem. You have a pounding headache. It's your first night behind the wheel since the attack. Are you listening to me? You catch your boss's eye in the rearview mirror. Yes, sir, we are listening. He stares at you for a second or two without speaking. He says, sometimes I wonder what goes on inside your head. You always seem so far away. Repeat, I'm listening. He's watching you closely, trying to make out what's going on in your head. You know I'm worried about you, don't you? I know. You're like a son to me, you know? I know. And you know he's about to tell you the story of his taxi fleet. Again. When my father died and left me the store, I could have sold it. I could have retired, gone back to the old country. Interrupt him and let him go on. Let's interrupt him. We don't need this. But you preferred starting your own company and hiring the local guys. Your boss smiles. You know he's told you the story 1,000,000 times. And that's why I've got 45 guys like you working for me. Oof, sheesh. His hands flutter in the air. Though none of them are any match for you. He smiles, his voice suddenly takes on a serious note. Do you want me to go over everything again? He points to the equipment on the dashboard, the meter, and the GPS. You haven't been in a taxi for weeks. Maybe you do need a little refresher. I kind of doubt that. I feel like if you like an actual taxi driver, I would imagine that if you're doing that for any extended period of time, that shit's gonna be like riding a bike. Yeah, we might as well, huh? Well, first the map, you spot potential customers and try to guess where they'll be going. Then you decide. How do you guess where they're going? When a customer orders a taxi, if there's no one else around, you have to go pick them up. He shrugs. That's the way it goes. It's business. No problem. The other fares, you look at the map and decide whether or not you want to take them. Okay? And then you drive. He flashes a quick mechanical smile. You know it well. When he talks about work, he talks about work. And that's all. When your shift is over, we do the numbers, and his voice trails off as if searching for the right words. And that's all. It's pretty simple. There's no reason why you can't do it. Oh, right. No overtime. We're in France here, and there are rules and regulations. You might not see it that way, but no one likes having a driver who hasn't slept for 24 hours. That's valid. That is valid. He looks away and something's been bothering him since he got into the cab. Anyhow, you know the ropes. You get it. I know you're gonna do a good job. What is the matter? Your boss keeps quiet for a while as if he's hesitant to speak, and then... I don't think it's a good idea. You shouldn't be driving. Tell me how you really feel, boss man. The murderer is still out there and we think he's gonna come back for you. I would say it's likely. Oh, let's see. Yeah, who's we, honestly? Your colleagues. And the boss man. He's gonna let us get back to work. Every minute spent in your taxi is a minute lost. He gives you a smile, half ironic, half serious. You can count on me, boss man. He scratches at the invisible stain on the armrest. Yeah, that's the problem. Your boss opens the door, exits the cab. You watch him cross the street and enter the fleet garage. A couple of colleagues are milling about. Taxis are coming and going. They all ignore you, consciously or unconsciously. You are branded. You sit there a moment, then turn the key in the ignition. The hum of the engine sends a tingle down your spine. It's impossible to describe how you miss that feeling. It's back to the night shift, back to the life. Despite the attack, despite it all. Alrighty, folks, we finally have the first opportunity to pick up some folks. These two are nice. These are nice and close. Three businessmen in impeccable suits are coming out of a nightclub. They shake hands and wish... Oh, whoa. I don't know. I didn't mean to skip that. Apologies. A couple is getting into your taxi. Here we go. A couple like you've seen so many times before. Attractive, a bit tipsy, drooping eyelids. He's already asleep. Must be about 20, maybe more. She's still smiling faintly, like the evening has had a lasting effect on her. She's older, maybe 40, 45. Alicia, right next to the movie theater. Very well. You pull away, leave the street, the neighborhood behind. Your passengers, they say nothing. When you downshift, you can hear the man's heavy snoring. He's out, folks. He is out. He's on the sauce. The woman stares right at you. Oh, boy. I beg your pardon, this may seem odd, but... what do we look like? I mean, he and I, what do we look like? What the... what does that mean? A couple? Oh, let's see. I guess just this one, huh? Thank you, of course, Nadia. She pauses. I happened upon two friends who were making fun of us tonight. Oh, that's tough. We could be mother and son. It's stupid. She hesitates and... forget it. Let's let it drop. Sorry to have bothered you with that. No need to apologize is the happy answer. Thank you, that's very kind of you. I don't think I've ever met a taxi driver who was understanding before. I am serious. She watches you for a while. You can see the hesitation in her eyes. Then she turns her head. I'm too defensive. It's unhealthy. Not good. Not for me, nor for Yves. Sorry for anyone named Yves out there. Her expression hardens. I love him more than anything, you know? People think they want to know he's some sort of toy, or they want to think he's some sort of toy. But he's not a toy. I did not choose him because he's young and chic. I love him, period. Get it, Nadia? Can you understand that? I can most certainly understand that. And we have the option to open up, say, yeah, I think so, or just smile. And I feel like this is a good opportunity to open up. More than you think. What do you mean? I prefer older women. There it is. And what was it like for you to be in this position? I mean, in the eyes of others. It's weird. I don't think it's as hard for us. People say things make fun, but I think a lot of men actually fantasize about it, even if they don't dare admit it to themselves. You think? You smile ever so slightly. I work with taxi drivers, all men. You sense her becoming more relaxed behind you. Thank you for your honesty. I don't really know how to put to words what I actually feel. She takes a deep breath, her throat shakes from all the air. Outside, the reflection of an interior design store appears in the frozen puddle. I think the problem is me, says Nadia. I don't need a mirror to see it. He's young, he's handsome, he's filled with energy from morning to night. My joints creak, I lose a fraction of eyesight as each year passes. I get lost on my own street the other night. That's not good, Nadia. I'm a burden on him. That's concerning. At 45, you're losing your way on your own street. Yeah, don't say that. That's negative. That's way too negative. You're not a shrink. I shouldn't, unload on you like this. I think I've said enough, far too much. You have been remarkable. Thank you. A few minutes later, you reach your destination. You pull up to the sidewalk, your passenger plunges her hand into her bag and stops. What if... She shakes her head. No, forget it. What, Nadia? She pays the fare, and as she is putting her wallet back in her bag, she hands you a bill. A 100 euro bill. We're in France, so I think that's normal. That's a lot of money, isn't it? That feels like a lot of money. Would you mind using this money to take Yves to a hotel? I don't have the will to do it myself. We need to put an end to this. He deserves someone else. Her proposition leaves you speechless for a while. I'm serious, Nadia says. Out of the question, burst out laughing. Are you sure? No, I mean, I know this is right, but you should talk to him. He'll just say, she shakes the bill. He'll say he loves me just the way I am, that he doesn't want to be with anyone else. He'll say the same things he says every time I try to talk about my feelings. The bill is lying between the seats. Oh, let's see. I mean, honestly, I'm probably a little low on cash at this point. I might be a little heartless, but it's not really our job, folks. The next few minutes are not your best. Oh boy. She gets out without making a noise. You're driving towards a hotel near the outer belt. You're waking your passenger up. You're explaining to him that she left, that he's going to have to do without her from now on, and there are other fish in the sea. That's a tough spot to be in for just some taxi driver. Shoveling lies. Gathering tears. You're laying the young man on a bed that looks like any other, in a room like any other. Wow, we're going through the dedication to put this man safely into bed. You go back down the stairs with a bad feeling in your gut. You see a trash can next to your cab. This is a serial killer, folks. He's in it, and this is the end of the game. He's gonna kill us. You hesitate. Throw the money out. Why would we throw the money out? Why would we throw the money in a trash can? You slide into your taxi. There's a strange glow in the rearview mirror. It's the neon lights from the hotel. The letter H flutters and occasionally goes out. Strange night to have morals. Oh, we got 21 pounds. Better than nothing, right? Alrighty, folks, and we can move on to the next destination. Is this a dog? Is that a dog that we can drive? Now what do we got here? You pull up to the sidewalk and wait for your passenger. Since it looks like a no-show, you get out of the cab. After a minute or two, smoke a cigarette. There's not much going on in this small town in the suburbs. There are a few apartments that still have lights on, and a sweet scent hangs in the air. Eventually you stub out your cigarette and get back into the car. You jump startled. A cat has managed to slip into the cab. It's sitting on the back seat staring at you intently. You sit there for a moment considering whether or not to shoo it away. But just as you are about to wave your hand, the cat shifts positions and a slip of paper falls from its collar. Oh boy. You pick up the piece of paper and unfold it. A fragment of map of Paris. The Saint Lazare train. Lazare? I don't know. You turn your eyes slowly to the cat. He seems to be expecting an answer. Are you going somewhere, little buddy? The cat tilts his head to the side as if to say yes. You want to go to Saint Lazare? The cat tilts its head again. Are you a dog? No. The cat slowly nods its head no. Your hands clutch the wheel tightly. What the hell is going on? That's a good question. Turn around to face the cat. I mean, yeah, I feel like at this point we absolutely have to take the cat. Whether, I know it's ridiculously far. And, doesn't seem like we're going to be getting paid for this one. Because it's just a cat, and cats can't have wallets or anything, but who knows? Maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised. There's no tones to balance the conversation. Normal, this is all perfectly normal. You start the cab, but cast a glance at the cat behind you. You're the one who ordered the cab. A few minutes go by, and you try to break the ice with the cat? Yeah, simple questions probably are best for the cat. Everything okay? Neither yes or no, or more of a plaintive meow. Meow. Let's see. Are you running away? Alright. Another cat. Interesting. No answer from the cat. A woman. Was she mean to you, cat? Tell me. The cat seems to be uncertain. What a strange thing to be able to do in a game. Just talking to a cat. She's too affectionate, and that's why you are running away. Oh. Sounds like my dog. You have to be careful with people like that. They suffocate you before you even know it. You nod your head. But you ran away. I mean, lots of people like you. You stop short, but you are just a cat. You roll your eyes behind you. The cat lets out a quiet, reassuring meow. We'll go on. What I mean is, well, we don't know we are in a cage. We prefer not to think about it. We are never fully aware of it. You look at the cat. I must be crazy. I'm talking to a... You shake your head. Point to a light in the distance. That's Saint Lazare. We'll be there soon. A few yards later, you stop at the drop-off area in front of the station. The first train doesn't leave for another hour. Where are you going? The cat stares at you without making a noise. I think it's probably time we let him go on his way. So long, kitty cat. A bill has appeared on the seat next to the cat. Is it enough for the fare? And more. My goodness. Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you? I won't ask you where it came from. Yeah. I don't think I want to know where that cat was keeping that bill. You smile and lean over to pet the cat. It leaps out of the car and darts between your legs. You can just make out its shape dashing up a flight of stairs and slipping between the bars of a gate. You get back in the car. You look at yourself in the rearview mirror. Your features are heavy with fatigue. Your right eyelid is twitching. As you start the car, you remember you are allergic to cats, but you haven't sneezed once. Oh boy. You pull out of the station. Alright, hey, wow, we made more money from the cat than we did from that couple. Believe it or not. Even though we went through all the trouble of putting that poor man to bed, who got dumped by the cougar. And the cat ends up paying us more, so... Strange world out there, folks. Oh boy. It's one of the cops working on the judge's case. Oh, okay. She grins at you, her voice creaks. You remember seeing her at the hospital. Something already bothered you about her there. You know, it's actually pretty crazy. For weeks I've been saying to myself there's something off about you. Something not so nice. I dug around, mulled it over, bugged all my fellow cops about it because I was sure you lied to us. Didn't lie. Who the fuck are you? She whistles to cut you off. Oh! Hey, I'm talking. Jeez. She has a cold sneer on her face. Resting bitch face. I'm gonna be frank with you. She leans over. I don't think you're the judge. Nah, I just can't picture it. She squints, like she's trying to make you out from far away. Like you'd have gone through the extent of hurting yourself. Yeah, between us, it's a bit of a stretch. She stares at you. But not enough of a stretch for my chief to stop going on and on about you. Seriously, he talks about you all the time. If I didn't know any better, I'd think he had a crush on you. She smirks. No, I think he's more interested in your profile in prison at 17. Oh. An icy chill fills your gut. And for murder, too. You open your mouth, but nothing comes out. Since you got out, you kept a low profile, but you're lying about your name and your address. I checked. It's normal, you'd say, if they'd get a word of your time served. No loan for your permit, no lease for your car. Meaning no second chance at life. Her voice becomes softer, almost warm. I personally like guys who want a second chance. No, I like guys who fight for a second chance. Basically, I like the guys who are willing to work for me. She leans forward, her shining cat-like eyes narrowing. Oh, boy. Cats are a theme in this game, apparently. My chief wants to go to the prosecutor with a first and last name, with evidence. Actually, knowing him, he's not so hot on evidence. So I'll give you info, victims, suspects, medical reports, some photos that are a bit... She makes a gagging noise. Oh. You have to be discreet, keep it between you and me. Interrogate, ask questions, dig around. I'm not a cop. I've never done this. She shrugs. Don't worry, you're already keener than half the squad. And don't forget, I'm not asking you to make an arrest and deliver the killer wrapped up with a bow in front of the station, okay? You're no Batman. No, well, she doesn't know that. You're just here to get me more information. She rummages around in her pockets for what seems like forever. Here, take my card. I'll call you in 3-4 days just to check in. We'll chat. And I'll let you know if I have any new info. She takes on a didactic, paternalistic tone. Didactic, paternalistic. Didactic, paternalistic tone. There it is. Like she was giving you a list of recommendations for the 100th time. Don't get caught. Don't get arrested. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying to leave Paris. I know what you look like and I know who your friends are. You can either be the solution or the problem, my friend. She takes a minute to scan your face, your emotions. If I have to, I'll go check in on you-know-who. Her smile is biting. That reminds me, she knows you've done time. You shake your head, and she snickers. Oh, my little dirtbag, you cover your tracks well. Oh, what if I refuse? I don't want to refuse. I think that sounds pretty badass, and honestly, we are Batman, so. She sighs in a tired, exaggerated way. Don't try to mess with me, man. If things don't go well, I'll turn you in. I'll turn you in, boss it. What kind of name is boss it? I'll send your picture to all your friends in the media and every asshole in Paris. Your picture with your name on it, your real name. Oh, jeez. Anyone close to you will have their place searched, and they'll be put under house arrest, spent nights in jail. Wow, she's going all in on us. You have any idea how tense things are with that fucker's trial underway? You sigh, you know just what she's trying to get at. Come to think of it, your last names are almost the same. You could be brothers, actually. I don't know what she's talking about, to be honest. Let's give her the fiery one. She smiles. She's happy we're fired up. Let me tell you, with that face of yours and your handle, they'll welcome you with open arms. You have no right. I know, we have no right. She takes on a serious tone, almost business-like. I want to catch this killer personally. I want to drag him to court, ruin his fucking life with a bang. I can't botch this case, you got me, and neither can you, right? Nope, and we'll go with obviously. Well, great, then we see eye to eye. So you can just say you're my informant, my CI. He ripped open your gut, you saw your own insides, you were in a coma. Yeah, you have plenty of reasons to want to get back at him. She furrows her brow. Yeah, I think you're actually going to do what I tell you to do. You investigate, ask questions, listen to all the rumors, and you come up with a list of suspects. She lays her hand on the door handle and freezes. Oh, right, and don't get fired. Without this cab, you're worth nothing to me. You glare at her. Fucking bitch. We'll just say nothing. We'll accept our task, accept our position. Obviously, this dude, our guy, has done some sketchy things in the past. She puts her hand up, and you can hear the words behind it. This conversation never happened. I'll make sure you get more intel tomorrow. I'll find a way. Until then, not a word to anyone. Obviously, not a word. The door opens, squeaks, and slams shut. You sit alone for a while, tensed, teeth clenched, dry-eyed, ears buzzing. Well, shit. On the back seat, the cop left a pile of papers. Key in the ignition, motor running, radio on, crackles. You turn it off and start driving. Alrighty, folks, and with that, I do believe that's where we're going to call it for episode 1 of Night Call. I really hope you enjoyed. Kind of an interesting game. We'll see if we end up making like a full-on like series and like all exploring the other stories and things like that. But for now, we're probably just gonna finish this one up. I'm disappointed there's no audio dialogue, but hopefully my voice wasn't too annoying to listen to that whole time. I certainly need to drink some water after that. But my goodness, folks, have a fantastic night. And after all that, shellfish out. Peace.